The board gave us £26 million in December for spending in the January transfer window. But I didn't spend any in the transfer window. I decided to keep it and to make plans for next season. And I have been doing a little bit of shopping. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to West Ham, the Beta Save, Part 5, Season 1. And as you can see from the table, we have played 28 games, we have 50 points, and we are currently in 7th place. There is still a chance that we can get into Europe, but it's going to be very, very tricky with Manchester City and Tottenham sitting above us. Aston Villa are 11 points clear of us, and it's very unlikely that we are going to be able to catch them and claim a Champions League spot. And so we have to do our best, but I don't think it would really matter if we don't make it into Europe next season. The expectation of the board is that we just finish in mid-table, and we are doing the job quite nicely. And today we will be playing 2 games. We will be at home to Burnley first in the Premier League, and then we will be at home to PSV in the last 16 of the Europa League. And what a chance we have of getting into the quarter-finals of the Europa League in our first season. And we have given ourselves a little shout because we have played the first leg already, and this is what happened. And so it was a very good away draw, and now it's all to play for. And I think we have every chance of reaching the quarterfinals. But before we go into what's been happening both on and off the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff and help the channel to grow and help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. So let's have a look at what has happened on the pitch since you were last with us. And when you were last with us, you saw us have that 1-1 draw, the very painful 1-1 draw at home to Nottingham Forest. We weren't playing very well at this stage, and then we followed that up with a 2-1 defeat at home to Manchester City. But we did come back and we beat Leicester in the FA Cup 4th round by a 0-0 before our bad run in the Premier League continued, and we lost in that competition to Brentford by 2-1. But February was a much better month, and we began it with a 1-0 victory at home to Manchester United, and then followed that up against Everton at home with a 3-1 victory. An away trip to Newcastle ended in a 3-3 draw, and then we beat Bournemouth at home by 3-0. And we followed that by beating Arsenal in the FA Cup 5th round by a 0-0. And so we had an unbeaten February, 4 wins and a draw, and we were looking pretty good at that stage. But then we fell away again, and we have just been beaten away by 4-1 by Manchester City, and we followed that with the 1-1 draw away at PSV. And that brings us to today, when we will play Burnley in the Premier League, and then we will have that very important game in the Europa League against PSV. And in the transfer window in January, we didn't do much business, but I have been busy since preparing for next season already. And we have got one player coming in. He is Rooney Bargi, and he is what I think is looking like an excellent player. He's 18 years old. He has beautiful attributes. He's got great mentals. He's got really good physicals, and his technicals are exceptional. He has brilliant dribbling, a really good first touch and great technique. His passing and vision are good. And at 18 years old, I think he is a real star for the future. He will be a first-team player for sure. When he came in, he wanted in his contract a release clause of £84 million. He is a very confident young man, and I think he is a very good signing for next year. And I think the board are very pleased at that signing. And he came in from FC Copenhagen for £9.25 million. And then we are waiting on a work permit for Josip Stanisic. He is coming in from FC Bayern. We paid £6 million for him, and he looks like he could be a useful signing as well. We have a number of fullbacks who will not be renewing contracts and will be on the move next season, and so he can play at right back, left back and centre back. Very, very good mentals. Good physical player, and he's got very decent technicals for a 23-year-old. I think he also is going to be a very good signing for next season. And we're definitely on course for signing players under the age of 23. And we also have made an offer just yesterday for Patrick Pfeiffer. We've made an offer from Augsburg for 4.8 million, rising to 6.5 million. He's a very good player as well. He's a central defender. We will need cover in defence next season, and we've started to look at doing that. He's exceptional in the air, very good mentals, great physicals, and I think as a young player, 24 years old, he's got a great future in front of him, and I think he'll do a very good job for us next season. We are yet to start contract negotiations with him, but that will probably follow after the game against Burnley. We have to play this game today, and I think we have to win this. There will be no excuses for not winning this. If we don't win it, I cannot see us getting a European spot. We have to keep the pressure on Tottenham. Manchester City have played a game in hand, and winning this game could put us within 2 points of Manchester City, who we will have to play in the FA Cup after PSV. But I need to go and get the team ready now for the game against Burnley. It's a tough old game, this. We didn't play very well last time, ending up with a 2-2 draw. We need to win it this time. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Burnley is Areola in goal with Johnson, Mavropanos, Aged and Emerson at the back. Alvarez, Ward-Prowse and Nathan in midfield with Paqueta, Kudos and Ings will play up front. I did decide at first to play Tony, but he has been left on the bench for today and he's a little bit upset. But that's the way it goes. He hasn't been in the greatest of form between you and me, and so I decided to go with Danny Ings. I had a funny feeling that Tony might be upset. We are favourites today. We should go out there and win this football match. Burnley are not the greatest team, but at the moment I would say neither are we. But this is a game we should be winning. We should be making the most of this game and closing the gap on Tottenham and Manchester City. If we win, we could possibly go above Tottenham and get within 2 points of Manchester City. But can we score goals? That is the old question here. And at the moment we are dominating the game. We've had most of the possession and all of the shots. But match stats, as match stats are, we have not had a shot on target, but Burnley have. And that is all that counts. It's that shots on target ratio that counts. And Danny Ings is letting me down at the moment. In fact, all the front players are letting me down at the moment. And it's possible that it's because Burnley are playing with this low block. And I think I might just reduce the lines a little bit and see what happens. So I think what we'll do is we will just come down to a mid-block and see if that makes a difference. See if we can't pull Burnley out of shape, create some space behind them. They are defending extremely well. They're keeping us from getting shots on target. Nothing's happened in the first half. This is not unusual playing FM this season. Highlights are few and far between in most of the games. And at the moment, we haven't had a single highlight. We've dominated the game, but we've been unable to get any shots on target. And that is half-time. And at the moment, it's West Ham 0, Burnley 0, and we need to be doing a lot better. And I think I need to tell them that I am not happy with their performance, and there's one or two individuals who are going to be told that they have not been playing very well, and that's Alvarez and Danny Ings, and you've not been good enough so far. Both of them seem to be fired up by that little message to them. Let's hope that they can do something about it. I'm only going to wait about 10 or 15 minutes, and if we're not improving in that time, then we've got to do something. We've really got to try and convert some of these chances that we're creating. Burnley are, of course, defending extremely well. But we do have a throw-in. We do finally have a highlight. And here is Emerson. Emerson finds Ings. Ings takes it backwards. He's looking for Argued. Argued looks outside for Emerson. We need to get it into the box now. turns. Can he get to the byline? He can get to the byline. He gets a cross in. It's a lofted cross. It is a chance. It goes wide. And unfortunately, we still can't put it into the back of the net. And it's still 0-0. I think it's time now to go and make some changes. But we'll do that after this set piece. Ward-Prowse fires in the corner. And again, that's headed over the crossbar. We are not getting shots on target. And that is a big worry. I think possibly now I should go and make some changes. And so we have made some changes, and we have also gone a little bit more attacking. We need to do something. It's not actually working out, and so I've gone to the attacking 4-2-3-1. Can that change the game? As we get a corner into the near post again, it's come off the crossbar. Has it gone out for another corner? We are putting pressure on Burnley much more than we did in the first half, and hopefully we can stick one of these in. It's gone to the near post again. It's headed out, and it will go out for a throw-in. We're not looking very good at the moment. Paqueta is looking particularly tired. He needs to come off. And who do I have? We'll put Fornals on for Paqueta. And hopefully we will make a difference here. And I really can't see it, though. It's just going to peter out. We've only had 2 shots on target. It's not good enough. And unfortunately, if you don't create and score chances, you don't win football matches. And it is coming up to full time. And these boys can see this game out. It's going to finish as a 0-0 draw, a very tame 0-0 draw. And once again, in the live broadcast, things have not worked out. I don't know how the game knows when it is a live broadcast. And it's a very, very disappointing result. That it probably means we are not going to qualify for Europe. Tottenham drew away at Liverpool. That was our chance to jump over Tottenham. We didn't take it. And unfortunate as that might be, I am so distressed again. We cannot seem to beat these teams, and yet suddenly we'll go and beat Liverpool or Manchester City or Arsenal, and yet Burnley seem to be a step too far for us. No matter what tactic I try, it just doesn't seem to work. I have to negotiate this contract with FIFA, and then I will go away, get the team ready for the next game against PSV. Let's hope it's a better result and we can score a goal or two. We'll be right back before the kickoff. And so the team for today in this very big game against PSV is Areola in goal, with Johnson, Zuma, Mavropanos and Emerson at the back. Ward-Prowse, Alvarez and Bowen in midfield. Paqueta, Kudos and Ivan Toney will play up front. And this is the first time we will have been seeing Ivan Toney in a live match. And let's hope that he can get himself on the scoreboard, can get us through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Our home form is important. I trust you to make the difference. We can go out there and get a win. Let's go and win this football match, boys. Let's not leave the fans disappointed at the end of this game. I've decided to go into the low block. I just feel that we might play a little bit better if we are in our low block system. I don't understand why one of these systems is not more dominant than any of the others, but the high press was not working. That was Alvarez with a chance, and he's fired it over the crossbar. But at least we're creating chances, and that's a good start. And for a low block, we are pressing quite high up the pitch. And as PSV will look to bring it out from the back, they're a very good team. And we will have to do very, very well to beat PSV. And if we go out at this stage, it won't really matter. We can just focus on the domestic Premier League and trying to finish as high as we possibly can. It's a West Ham team that's been short of players, short of real quality. We've started to bring players in now, and hopefully we'll address the problems that we've had in certain positions. We certainly are looking to strengthen in defence. We've been poor in defence, as we can see from this. And PFC have hit the post, and we were very fortunate then. And it's been a shot apiece, and unfortunately neither team has hit the target, and we have had 3 and not hit the target. It's just absolutely ridiculous. We cannot get a shot on target at the moment. I don't think in the entire game against Burnley we got a shot on target, and it is pretty much the same as we go into today's game. We are dominating the game in terms of chance creation, but we're not getting much possession, so I think I need to deal with that. We need to probably play it a little bit shorter, and then we'll try and narrow things up, become a little bit more compact and try and get a little bit more possession. It is jumping up a little bit now, so it's obviously helped. Our XG is better, we're having more shots, but once again, the shots on target ratio is very low, and that's all that counts in FM. If that is not high, then you are not going to win the game. It's getting better, so maybe the prospect of getting a result here is increasing. But at the moment, our XG is poor, and the shots we're getting are low quality. And so, once again, we are 0-0 and at stalemate. And I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. We should be doing a lot better. Ivan Toney, Paqueta are not doing very well. We need to tell these boys that they're not doing very well. Up front, we are absolutely awful. There's a number of players that are not playing well, and they need to be told, you've not been good enough. I'm actually starting to wonder if we are ever going to win a football match doing one of the live broadcasts. I just can't see it. We always seem to draw these games or lose these games, and nothing I do seems to work. I don't know how the game knows that I'm actually broadcasting this game, but I think, again, we're not doing particularly well. If we can just sneak a goal here before I go away and make some changes, it will be really nice. I'd love to win. I'd love to win one of these games doing a broadcast. And here is Tony coming deep for the ball, finds Alvarez. He finds Mavropanos, who will be with us next season. I think that many of our defenders are going to leave, but he will be one who will be staying, I hope. And here is Tony. Can he find support? He's found Bowen. Bowen bursting inside. Can he get a shot away? He looks for the shot, and it's gone wide. And once again, we cannot get shots on target. I would have thought Bowen would have been better off trying to find someone in space. But at the moment, it's still West Ham 0, PSV 0, and we do have a set piece. Can we get a goal from a set piece? We're dominating the game. It's come out to Zuma. Zuma with a shot, and it's been deflected in. I think it's going to go down as an own goal, but we'll take it. It's West Ham 1, PSV 0. Finally, we've got a shot in, and it's gone in, and we are in front. And are we going to win a game, which would be quite remarkable? Well done, Zuma. He'll get the assist, but I don't think he meant to shoot. I think he meant to play it across the box. I need to go and make some changes. And so I have made a few changes. We've left a couple on the bench because nobody really is playing that badly. I'm just looking at Paqueta's not having the greatest of games, but if we can get a second here, it won't matter too much. Can we get another one from a set piece into the near post, and it's headed over the crossbar, and it remains 1-0. It's going to be tense until the very end, I think. PSV are looking to bring it forward. I need to shout a little bit of encouragement to the boys. Pick their spirits up. And if we can just defend well, which we have done so far, then we can hopefully see this game out and see off PSV and get into the quarterfinals. That would be quite remarkable for our first season. And who knows, maybe then go on and win it, but I very much doubt it. But here come PSV, but that's well done by Emerson. Emerson all the way back to Areola. Please don't do anything silly at the back. And here's Zuma. Zuma, he's looking up for Fornals. Fornals finds Johnson. This is nice. It's slow possession game. I like this style of play. And inside, that's a lovely pass. Fornals picks it off the defender's toe. Johnson. And there's a great effort by Nathan. The overhead kick. I think he was offside, but what an effort. And at the moment, it's still West Ham 1, PSV 0. That own goal is still the difference between the two teams. Can we hold on? Let's make some more changes. And so we have made our final changes. It looks like Paqueta has taken a knock, and there's a number of tired players out there. It shouldn't be really tired because we're not playing very high intensity. But here at PSV, they're going to score. They put it wide. What a chance that was. And have we survived? Will we go on and win this game? Has that cost PSV the match? West Ham 1, PSV 0 as we're coming into the final 5 minutes. We just need to keep going. James Ward-Prowse is absolutely exhausted, can barely walk around, but it's coming up to the final 4 minutes. Can we hold on? There's going to be one more highlight. It's going to go to the death as Areola fires it long. Keep it up in the PSV half of the pitch, and here is Paqueta. and he needs to find support. He's running at the defence. Can we get the ball into the box? He's working his way to the byline. Can he get a cross in? Yes, he can. And it's 2-0. And Souček, who has just come on, has made it 2-0. I'm not quite sure what's happened to my substitutions, but we did make a couple of substitutions and they didn't come on. And we'll take off Ben Johnson, and we can't do any more substitutions. But I'm not quite sure what happened to my subs there. We did make a couple, but they never came on. They went missing. But we have won the match. We have beaten PSV by 2-0. What a great performance. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, boys. It was an excellent win. And I can't ask for any more than that. 2-0 is a great result against PSV. It was the 1-1 away draw that did it. We've done well, and we are in the quarter-finals. And we will just carry on now, and we will see what happens. I don't think that we are going to get past the quarter-finals, and so what we'll do is just work our way towards the end of the season now, and we'll come back for the final game of the season, hoping at that point that we will be in Europe, but I can't see it. And so that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support the very, very good work of the British Heart Foundation. I am a fairly content manager at the moment. We've done very, very well. And all that remains to be said now is stay safe, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.